Okay, my apologies. This is getting done fairly late just because I had other things going on, and I'm now getting an opportunity to make this video of the Night of Las Posadas. This was the book that was read in class on Tuesday afternoon to be used for our summarizing graphic organizer. Last year, in December, we spoke about Las Posadas, which is part of a Mexican tradition in celebration of Mary and Joseph and the arrival of Jesus. It recognizes the struggle that they had finding a place to stay when Mary was about to give birth. And as I said, we're using this for our summarizing organizer. So what you're looking for is the somebody, the wanted, what did that somebody want, the but, some problem came up, so there was a solution to the problem, and then what happened at the end. Okay. In a little village high in the mountains above Santa Fe, preparations for Las Posadas had been going on for a week. Here's the little village. Here's all the people getting ready for Las Posadas, and there's Mary, the person playing Mary, and the person playing Joseph, and Sister Angie. Sister Angie was so proud. Her niece Lupe and Lupe's new husband Roberto had been chosen to portray Maria and Jose, which is the Spanish names for Mary and Joseph. Sister Angie had been in charge of Las Posadas for years and years. It was she who trained the singers, who followed Maria and Jose as they made their way around the plaza in old Santa Fe. And finally into the courtyard of the Palace of Governors, where an empty manger waited for the birth of the Holy Child. Now again, this is a celebration, so they're just having this tradition of what happened. It's not that they're anticipating it again. Now, Now, Sister Angie said, speaking to the two men who would play the devils, here's a picture of what your faces are going to look like. She wanted to make sure they knew how to paint their faces red with black eyebrows and beards, and that their red satin costumes were just right, especially the red capes and head caps with pointy red horns. The devil would snarl and hiss as he tried to keep Maria and Jose from finding shelter. The plaza was so big that two devils were needed to rush from balcony to balcony without being seen by the crowd. So here is Lupe and Roberto, who are going to be Mary and Joseph, and here's Sister Angie with her her rosary, her cross on a necklace. And then over here, here she is talking to the two men about being the devil for this particular celebration. Sister Angie always made the costumes for Maria and Jose herself. Blue and white for Maria, brown for Jose. Stand still, she told Roberto. Lupe, I hope he isn't as fidgety as this at home. Oh, no, dear Angie. He's just nervous about being Jose. So there she is trying to fit the costume and make sure that it's just right. Ah, well, Sister Angie said, let's go to the church and look at Maria and Jose. They will give you inspiration, Roberto. Miguel Ovidio, the Santero maker, had made a beautiful carving of Maria and Jose for the Golden Jubilee of Sister Angie the year before. 50 years as a sister. Now again, we said earlier in the day, this afternoon, that Sister Angie is not her sister. She's a nun in the church. Father Vasquez had put the carving in a place of honor in the church. As Christmas drew near, it was moved near the altar rail. So we don't actually see the statue in this picture. They're going into the church right now. They stood looking up at Maria and Jose on their way to Bethlehem. Just think of the carving and try to look like them, Sister Angie told them. I will, promised Roberto. At least we don't have to worry about a burro. There's Roberto, Lupe, Sister Angie, and these are the statue. Let me make sure that's steady. Okay. Las Posadas didn't have a burro in the procession. Maria and Jose walked. The burro had only made problems, so they had stopped using one years ago. Finally, it was the night of Las Posadas, and Sister Angie came down with the flu. Remember, Sister Angie was always in charge of Las Posadas. She always made it special, and now she's sick. There is no way you can go tonight. So remember, we're looking for somebody. The main character wanted, what did they want to do? And what the problem is. But there is no way you can go tonight, the doctor told her, walking in that cold weather. And they say that snow is coming. They will just have to get along without you this year. For the first time, Sister Angie would not be at Las Posadas. Don't worry, Tia, Lupe told her. We will make you proud this evening. In the streets leading to the plaza, men were busy putting the farolitos in place. They would be lit as soon as it got dark. Wood for the bonfire was stacked in the courtyard just off the plaza, ready to be set ablaze when Maria and Jose entered. Well, one of the men said, it looks as if it will be a white Christmas. Snow is on the way. Even as he spoke, snowflakes drifted down. But a little snow never stops Las Posadas. Here they are, putting the candles out. These are, we call them luminaries, but they're candles that are all along the walkway to make it look very lighted. Up in the village, the singers, the candle bearers, and the devils piled into their cars. They wanted to get down the mountain before the snow, which was beginning to fall heavily. Do you have the music? Where's my guitar? Wait, I forgot my gloves and earmuffs. Oh, I'm so nervous. It's a good thing you're not Maria. You'd faint. Me. I hope my voice is loud enough. I've never sung the devil before. It was the same every year. So all those sentences were supposed to represent different people talking. Sister Angie looked out of her window. Yes, she wiped away a tear. She saw Roberto's old pickup pull up outside. Lupe and Roberto got out and rang the doorbell. They wanted Sister Angie to see them in their costumes. So here's everybody getting ready to go down the mountain, because a lot of them live up higher in the mountain side. So they have to get down there before the snow is slippery. So they're all getting ready to go. And there's Father Vasquez. But Roberto and Lupe stopped by Sister Angie just so that she can see what their costumes ended up looking like. Ah, Maria and Jose, you look wonderful. If I had my way, I'd offer you shelter right here. So she's saying, if you were Mary and Joseph, I would give you shelter. Now, give me a kiss and be off. Now, I don't know if I'd give somebody a kiss if they had the flu, but at least it's not COVID-19, right? Roberto and Lupe were the last to leave the village. Roberto's pickup had been acting up lately, and the deep snow didn't help. A sudden skid, and the motor died. What to do? So we have another problem here, right? This truck won't work, so Roberto and Lupe can't get to the village where the Las Posadas is. I'll walk ahead to see if I can get some help, Roberto told Lupe. Wrap up, and I'll be back before you know it. Down in the town, everyone had gathered. The snow had tapered off and was falling gently. The farolitos were lit. The plaza looked magical. Where are Lupe and Roberto? Father Vasquez asked. It's almost time to start. The guitars were tuned, the horn players had warmed up, the singers were ready. Even the devils were ready. But no Roberto and Lupe. And everyone knows that you can't have Las Posadas without Maria and Jose. And remember, Sister Angie is sick, so she can't be there to help out. Suddenly, down the street came a young couple. The man was leading a burro, carrying a young woman. We are friends of Sister Angie, the man said. Roberto and Lupe are stuck in the snow on the mountain road, so we have come to take their place. We know what to do, and we thought our burro could be in the procession too. My wife is going to have a baby, and it would be better for her to ride. Well, let's go then, Father Vasquez said gratefully. We've got two problems, but it looks like there's going to be Las Posadas after all, right? Maybe we have a solution of so. But Sister Angie's sick, the car stalled, or the truck stalled, but we have these two visitors. The candle bearers led the way, followed by Maria and Jose. The musicians followed, and then came the singers. Out into the plaza they went. Everyone knew their part, even the burro. They stopped at the first door. Oh, let the holy couple in, give them shelter. Let Maria rest so that the holy child can be born, they sang. Jose knocked with his staff, and Maria looked down from the burro and smiled sweetly. So here's Jose, or Joseph, knocking at the door. There's Maria, and here's the devil trying to chase them away, right? But the devil appeared. No, no, don't let them in, he sang out. Look at them, how poor, how wretched, they have no money. The crowd booed and shouted. The procession moved on, knocking on one door after another. Sometimes the devil popped out at them, and the crowd booed even louder. And sometimes they knocked, and no one answered. It was one of the most beautiful Las Posadas ever held. Even the young woman playing Maria was about to be a mother just like the mother of the Holy Child. Perfect. They reached the gates to the courtyard. Once more they sang, asking to be let in. So once again, here's all the candles. They put candles all over the place to make it very lighted. Here's all the people, so many of them, going in to the courtyard where the manger is. This time, no devil. The gates opened wide, the bonfire blazed, and everyone rushed in. A little pushing and shoving, but that was all right. Everyone wanted to be near the manger. Well, you certainly saved Las Posadas, Father Vasquez said, turning to thank the young couple who had taken Lupe and Roberto's place. But they were nowhere to be seen. Maybe they didn't know that they were to sit in the special place near the empty manger. There's Father Vasquez, and he went to thank the couple, but they weren't there. Father Vasquez, we are so sorry to be late. It was Lupe and Roberto calling out as they rushed into the courtyard. Did we ruin everything? No, no, Father Vasquez said. Sister Angie's friends were here. They led the procession. But now I can't find them. Go quickly, you two, and sit by the manger. What friends? Lupe whispered to Roberto. So here they are. That's Roberto and Lupe, and they came to do their part. But it was kind of too late anyway. Sister Angie woke with a start, like she was sleeping. Oh. Las Posadas would be over. Everyone would be having their hot chocolate and cookies. The villagers would be back in an hour or two. I hope Lupe and Roberto did well, she thought. Sister Angie was feeling so much better. She looked out of the window. The snow had almost stopped. Drifts covered the rooftops and the street below. I'll just go over to the church and light a candle, she said to herself. She bundled up and put the key to the church in her pocket. Sister Angie crossed the street and stood in front of the church. Footprints in the snow on the steps led up to the door. So there's Sister Angie. And she's going over to the church. Now, nobody went to the church because they were going to this special event in the village square. So she's curious as to why there's footprints leading up to the church. She didn't think too much of it. Maybe some turistas, or tourists. They came at all hours, expecting the church to be open. Inside, the church was dark, except for the candle burning in front of the Blessed Sacrament. I'll light a candle in front of the carving, she said. She took an unlit candle and struck a match. The candle flared up and settled into a steady glow. There's Sister Angie with her candle. Sister Angie knelt down and placed her candle in front of the carving. Oh, Maria, oh, Jose, she prayed, eyes closed. My heart will always be open to you, so that the Holy Child will have a place to be born. Here she was putting her candle down right in front of the carving of Maria and Jose, or Mary and Joseph. Sister Angie opened her eyes. There in front of her she saw wet footprints leading up to the carving. She looked up. The cloaks of Maria and Jose were covered in fresh snow. So, and that's the end of the story. We concluded that it appears something magical happened, and that the statue of Mary and Joseph, or Maria and Jose, had somehow come to life. So, remember, somebody wanted, but something happened. So, and then at the end. All right.